Everything in the universe operates on a set of universal laws or principles. These laws can't be broken, and they're always in effect no matter where you are. Some of these laws are physical, governing the observable and tangible phenomena around us. These include gravity, electromagnetism, and the laws of thermodynamics, which dictate how energy is transferred and transformed. Others, however, are quantum or spiritual laws that involve intangible properties, influencing the fabric of reality in ways that are not immediately visible or measurable with traditional instruments. The more scientists study the world on a quantum level, the more they are convinced of intelligent design. At the quantum level, particles behave in ways that defy classical physics, suggesting a deeper order or intelligence at work. For instance, quantum entanglement shows that particles can be interconnected in such a way that the state of one instantly influences the state of another, regardless of the distance separating them. This phenomenon challenges our understanding of space and time, hinting at a complex and interconnected universe that operates under principles we are only beginning to comprehend. Albert Einstein once said, "Everyone who is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe." This statement underscores the awe and wonder that many scientists feel when they delve into the mysteries of the cosmos. Despite his skepticism towards traditional religious concepts, Einstein acknowledged a sense of order and intelligence underlying the universe's workings. This sense of a guiding principle or spirit resonates with the notion of spiritual laws, which, like physical laws, govern the universe with precision and reliability. The spiritual laws are just as reliable as the physical laws, and they also affect every aspect of life on Earth. These laws operate on principles of energy, vibration, and consciousness, influencing everything from the thoughts we think to the events we experience. For instance, the law of attraction, a well-known spiritual law, posits that like attracts like. This means that the energy and thoughts we emit into the universe attract similar energies and experiences back to us. While this might sound esoteric, it is rooted in the same fundamental principles that govern the physical world, such as resonance and frequency. Ancient mystics and philosophers have known and talked about these spiritual laws for thousands of years, but the majority of people are still uninformed. Texts from various spiritual traditions, such as the Hermetic principles, the teachings of Buddha, and the writings of Laozi, all point to the existence of universal laws that govern reality. For example, the Hermetic principle of correspondence states, "As above, so below, as below, so above," suggesting a reflective relationship between different levels of existence, from the cosmic to the personal. Similarly, the concept of karma in Eastern philosophy reflects the idea that actions have corresponding reactions, aligning with the principle of cause and effect seen in both physical and spiritual realms. Despite this ancient wisdom, many people remain unaware of these spiritual laws or dismiss them as mere superstition. This disconnect can be attributed to the materialistic and empirical focus of modern society, which often prioritizes tangible evidence and measurable outcomes over intangible and subjective experiences. However, as our understanding of the universe expands through advancements in quantum physics and consciousness studies, there is a growing recognition of the validity and importance of these spiritual principles. For example, the field of quantum mechanics has revealed that observation plays a crucial role in determining the behavior of particles. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrated that particles such as electrons behave differently when observed, suggesting that consciousness itself may influence physical reality. This aligns with the spiritual principle that our thoughts and intentions shape our experiences, reinforcing the interconnectedness of mind and matter. Moreover, The study of epigenetics has shown that our beliefs and emotions can influence our genetic expression, further bridging the gap between physical and spiritual laws. Positive thoughts and feelings have been found to promote health and well-being, while negative emotions can lead to stress and disease. This scientific evidence supports the idea that cultivating a positive mindset and aligning with spiritual laws can have tangible benefits for our physical and mental health. In conclusion, everything in the universe operates on a set of universal laws or principles that govern both the physical and spiritual realms. These laws are immutable and ever-present, influencing every aspect of our lives, from the smallest particle to the vast cosmos. As scientists continue to explore the quantum level and uncover the mysteries of consciousness, the evidence for intelligent design and the interconnectedness of all things becomes increasingly compelling. By understanding and aligning with these universal laws, we can tap into the deeper order of the universe and create more harmonious and fulfilling lives. Ancient wisdom and modern science together illuminate the profound truth that the universe is a dynamic and intelligent system, governed by principles that transcend the visible and touch the very essence of existence. In this segment, I am going to teach you how to use only one of these spiritual laws in order to create and shape your personal world. This lesson has the potential to be transformative, opening doors to possibilities you may have never imagined. Mastering this single principle can unlock the ability to manifest anything in the physical world, a concept that may seem almost magical but is rooted in universal truths. The beauty of this information lies in its simplicity, which is often overlooked in a world that tends to value complexity over clarity. As author and speaker William Golding once said, "The greatest ideas are the simplest," a sentiment that holds true in this context. There are many universal laws that govern the way our reality unfolds, but the one I will focus on today is the law of reaping and sowing. This universal law is fundamental and operates on the principle that whatever you plant in your mind will eventually manifest in the outside world. To illustrate, consider the process of planting an apple tree. You begin by gathering rich, fertile soil, carefully selecting the apple seed you wish to plant, and then providing it with ample water and sunlight. When the conditions are right and the season is appropriate, that seed will inevitably sprout and grow into a mighty apple tree. This natural process mirrors the way our thoughts and actions shape our lives. In this analogy, the soil represents your mind, the seeds symbolize your thoughts, the water signifies your actions, and the sunlight embodies your feelings. Just as the seed cannot grow without the right conditions, your thoughts cannot manifest without the right mindset and actions. One thing I can guarantee is that if you plant any idea in your mind, nurture it with the conviction that it is already yours, and work steadily towards it, it will manifest. This is not just wishful thinking, it is a law, as reliable and unyielding as gravity. To truly grasp the power of this law, it's important to understand the underlying mechanisms that make it work. The mind is an incredibly fertile ground, capable of bringing forth whatever is planted within it. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of the thoughts you cultivate. Positive, constructive thoughts will yield positive, constructive outcomes, while negative, destructive thoughts will lead to negative, destructive results. Your mind does not discriminate. It simply responds to the seeds you sow. The simplicity of this concept is what makes it so powerful, yet it's also what causes many people to overlook its potential. In a society that often equates complexity with value, simple truths are frequently dismissed. However, simplicity does not equate to ineffectiveness. In fact, the most profound truths are often the simplest. This is evident in various aspects of life, from the natural world to human relationships, and certainly in the realm of spiritual laws. The law of reaping and sowing is universal and applies to everyone, regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. It operates continuously and consistently, influencing the outcomes in our lives based on the thoughts and actions we put forth. By consciously choosing to plant positive, goal-oriented thoughts and backing them up with consistent, purposeful actions, you align yourself with this powerful law and set the stage for manifestation. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, your garden will be overrun with weeds. However, if you plant seeds of hope, faith, and positivity, your garden will flourish with beautiful, bountiful plants. The key is to be deliberate about what you plant and to tend to your garden regularly, ensuring that you remove any weeds that may sprout up. This requires vigilance and dedication, but the rewards are immeasurable. Feeling as if your goals are already accomplished is another crucial aspect of this law. Emotions act as the sunlight in our analogy, providing the energy needed for your thoughts to grow and thrive. By feeling the emotions associated with achieving your goals, joy, satisfaction, gratitude, you provide the necessary fuel for your thoughts to take root and flourish. This is more than mere positive thinking. It is about embodying the reality you wish to create, aligning your emotions with your desires. Moreover, consistent action is the water that nourishes your planted seeds. Without action, even the most positive thoughts and emotions will not lead to manifestation. Action is the bridge between your internal world and the external reality. It is through action that your thoughts and feelings are given form and substance in the physical world. By taking deliberate, purposeful steps towards your goals, you reinforce your intentions and pave the way for their realization. In conclusion, the law of reaping and sowing is a powerful and universal principle that can be harnessed to create and shape your personal world. By understanding and applying this simple yet profound law, you can manifest your desires and achieve your goals. Remember, the process is straightforward. Plant positive, goal-oriented thoughts in your mind, nurture them with unwavering belief and positive emotions, and take consistent, purposeful actions towards their realization. This is a law that works unfailingly, provided you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcomes. Embrace the simplicity of this principle and watch as your life transforms in ways you may have once thought impossible. In this segment, I am going to teach you how to use only one of these spiritual laws in order to create and shape your personal world. This lesson has the potential to profoundly transform your life. If you master this one principle, you can literally manifest anything in the physical world. The simplicity of this information is striking, yet its effectiveness is unparalleled. However, simplicity often leads to skepticism. For some odd reason, humans tend to value complexity and dismiss anything that appears too simple. This tendency to overcomplicate things can be a significant barrier to unlocking true potential. As author and speaker William Golding once said, "The greatest ideas are the simplest," and this is exceptionally true in the context of universal laws. There are many universal laws, but the one I will be discussing is the law of reaping and sowing. This universal law states that whatever you plant in your mind, you will eventually manifest in the outside world. To better understand this, let's consider the analogy of planting an apple tree. The first step is to gather rich, fertile soil, then choose the apple seed you wish to plant. You must provide it with ample water and sunlight, and when the time is right and the season is set, that seed will inevitably sprout into a mighty apple tree. This natural and inevitable process mirrors how our thoughts and actions shape our lives. In this analogy, the soil represents your mind, the seeds symbolize your thoughts, the water signifies your actions, and the sunlight embodies your feelings. Just as an apple seed cannot grow without the right conditions, your thoughts cannot manifest without the right mindset and actions. One thing I can guarantee is that if you plant any idea in your mind, nurture it with the conviction that it is already yours, and work steadily towards it, it will manifest. This is not just wishful thinking. It is a law, as reliable and unyielding as gravity. To truly grasp the power of this law, it's essential to understand the mechanisms that make it work. Your mind is an incredibly fertile ground, capable of bringing forth whatever is planted within it. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of the thoughts you cultivate. Positive, constructive thoughts will yield positive, constructive outcomes, while negative, destructive thoughts will lead to negative, destructive results. Your mind does not discriminate. It simply responds to the seeds you sow. The simplicity of this concept is what makes it so powerful, yet it's also what causes many people to overlook its potential. In a society that often equates complexity with value, simple truths are frequently dismissed. However, simplicity does not equate to ineffectiveness. In fact, the most profound truths are often the simplest. This is evident in various aspects of life, from the natural world to human relationships, and certainly in the realm of spiritual laws. The law of reaping and sowing is universal and applies to everyone, regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. It operates continuously and consistently, influencing the outcomes in our lives based on the thoughts and actions we put forth. By consciously choosing to plant positive, goal-oriented thoughts and backing them up with consistent, purposeful actions, you align yourself with this powerful law and set the stage for manifestation. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, your garden will be overrun with weeds. However, if you plant seeds of hope, faith, and positivity, your garden will flourish with beautiful, bountiful plants. The key is to be deliberate about what you plant and to tend to your garden regularly, ensuring that you remove any weeds that may sprout up. This requires vigilance and dedication, but the rewards are immeasurable. Feeling as if your goals are already accomplished is another crucial aspect of this law. Emotions act as the sunlight in our analogy, providing the energy needed for your thoughts to grow and thrive. By feeling the emotions associated with achieving your goals, joy, satisfaction, gratitude, you provide the necessary fuel for your thoughts to take root and flourish. This is more than mere positive thinking. It is about embodying the reality you wish to create, aligning your emotions with your desires. Moreover, consistent action is the water that nourishes your planted seeds. Without action, even the most positive thoughts and emotions will not lead to manifestation. Action is the bridge between your internal world and the external reality. It is through action that your thoughts and feelings are given form and substance in the physical world. By taking deliberate, purposeful steps towards your goals, you reinforce your intentions and pave the way for their realization. To sum up, the law of reaping and sowing is a powerful and universal principle that can be harnessed to create and shape your personal world. By understanding and applying this simple yet profound law, you can manifest your desires and achieve your goals. Remember, the process is straightforward. Plant positive, goal-oriented thoughts in your mind, nurture them with unwavering belief and positive emotions, and take consistent, purposeful actions towards their realization. This is a law that works unfailingly, provided you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcomes. Embrace the simplicity of this principle and watch as your life transforms in ways you may have once thought impossible. In conclusion, the law of reaping and sowing is not just an abstract concept, but a practical tool that, when used correctly, can bring about profound changes in your life. The key is to understand that your mind is a fertile field, and it will grow whatever seeds you plant. By carefully choosing your thoughts, nurturing them with positive emotions, and supporting them with consistent actions, you can create the life you desire. This universal law is simple, yet its implications are profound, underscoring the timeless truth that what you sow, you will reap. But then you might ask, if that's the case, then why is it that most people don't get what they want in life? The answer is surprisingly simple. Most people don't get what they want because they are conditioned to focus on and think about the things they don't want. This tendency to concentrate on the negative aspects of life creates a cycle that perpetuates those very outcomes. You might have heard the expression, "Energy flows where attention goes." This saying encapsulates a fundamental truth about the nature of reality. Whatever you focus on expands. This principle is grounded in the understanding that everything in the universe is energy, and all energy attracts similar energy. This means you cannot emit negative energy and expect positive results. Just as you can't plant apple seeds and expect to harvest oranges, you cannot dwell on failure and produce a successful result. If you are constantly thinking about the things you don't want to happen or the things you fear, you are planting those negative seeds. According to the universal law of reaping and sowing, these seeds must germinate. The mind, or human consciousness, appears to be intrinsically connected to the fabric of reality. When you think about something long enough and with enough intensity, it eventually manifests in your life. This concept is not merely philosophical, but is supported by scientific evidence from the field of quantum physics. Quantum physics, in particular, provides fascinating insights into how our thoughts can influence reality. The famous double-slit experiment, for example, has shown that particles of light, photons, behave differently when they are observed compared to when they are not. This suggests that the act of observation itself can alter the outcome, implying that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. This experiment demonstrates that a conscious observer can influence the behavior of particles, reinforcing the idea that our thoughts and attention have a tangible impact on the physical world. This phenomenon is further explained by the concept of wave-particle duality, where particles such as electrons exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties. When observed, these particles choose a state, collapsing from a wave of probabilities into a single, definite position. This suggests that the observer's consciousness is not a passive entity, but an active participant in the creation of reality. Therefore, what you focus on with your mind has a direct influence on the world around you. The implications of this are profound. If you focus on negative outcomes, you are effectively inviting those outcomes into your life. Conversely, if you focus on positive goals and aspirations, you are setting the stage for those to materialize. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of where you direct your attention and energy. By consciously choosing to focus on what you want rather than what you fear, you align yourself with the positive outcomes you desire. Moreover, this principle is echoed in various aspects of psychology and self-help literature. For instance, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, emphasizes the power of thoughts in shaping our emotions and behaviors. By identifying and changing negative thought patterns, individuals can improve their mental health and overall well-being. This therapeutic approach aligns with the law of reaping and sowing, as it underscores the importance of focusing on positive, constructive thoughts to bring about desired changes in one's life. Another area where this principle is evident is in the realm of personal development and goal setting. Successful individuals often attribute their achievements to the power of positive thinking and visualization. By vividly imagining their desired outcomes and maintaining a positive mindset, they are able to attract opportunities and resources that help them achieve their goals. This practice of visualization is essentially a way of planting positive seeds in the mind, which, when nurtured with consistent effort and belief, eventually bear fruit. In summary, the reason most people don't get what they want in life is that they focus on what they don't want. The expression, "energy flows where attention goes," aptly describes this phenomenon. By understanding that everything is energy and that similar energies attract, it becomes clear that negative thoughts and fears can only produce negative outcomes. The law of reaping and sowing teaches us that our thoughts are seeds that manifest in reality. This idea is supported by quantum physics, which shows that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. Therefore, by focusing on positive outcomes and maintaining a positive mindset, we can harness the power of this universal law to create the life we desire. There are 6 words that I want you to memorize and stamp on your heart. These words will remind you to straighten up and think right. These words are: you become what you think about. You become what you think about. The reason why I am confident in telling you this is because this information completely transformed my life. Someone sat me down and told me the exact words I'm telling you. When I realized that my mind was a garden, I began to plant only the things that I wanted. I was informed that the most important thing was that I knew exactly what I wanted, so I began to write down all the things I desired. One by one, I began to imagine my dream life. I wrote down exactly what I wanted in crystal clear detail. Mind you, when I first set out to create this list, I had no money. I was living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with my wife and 2 children, surrounded by debt and late bills. I was working a job that I hated, serving tables at a restaurant. But I knew if I could successfully plant these ideas in my mind, they would have to manifest. So every day, I would look at my goal list and visualize my life going according to that list. I would say affirmations that complemented each goal. I drummed each idea into my head. I would imagine what it would feel like to have each goal accomplished. I visualized my goals so much that at times it was hard to tell what was real and what was imaginary. I lived in my imagination. My mindset changed, and before I knew it, things started happening around me. I started attracting the people, opportunities, and ideas to help me accomplish the goals that I set out. These 6 words carry an immense weight of truth and have the potential to revolutionize your life as they did mine. You become what you think about. This simple yet profound statement serves as a reminder to constantly monitor and direct your thoughts toward what you truly desire. The power of this principle lies in its ability to shift your entire perspective and align your actions with your goals. When I first heard these words, I was at a low point in my life. My circumstances were far from ideal, and I felt trapped in a cycle of negativity and despair. But the moment I understood the concept that my mind was like a garden, capable of growing whatever seeds I planted, I realized I had the power to change my life. I started by getting crystal clear on what I wanted. I didn't just think about my desires vaguely. I wrote them down in detail, creating a vivid picture of my ideal life. Writing down my goals was the first step in the process of transformation. This exercise helped me clarify my desires and set a clear direction for my thoughts and actions. I didn't just stop at writing. I immersed myself in the process of visualizing my goals. Every day, I dedicated time to imagine my life as if all my goals were already achieved. I visualized the specifics, the sights, sounds, and feelings associated with my accomplishments. This practice helped me internalize my goals and made them feel attainable. In addition to visualization, I used affirmations to reinforce my goals. Affirmations are positive statements that declare your desired outcome as if it is already true. For example, If one of my goals was financial abundance, I would affirm, "I am financially abundant and successful." Repeating these affirmations daily helped reprogram my subconscious mind and align my thoughts with my desires. This constant reinforcement made my goals feel more real and achievable. Living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with my wife and 2 children, surrounded by debt and late bills, could have easily kept me in a state of despair. I was working a job I hated, serving tables at a restaurant, which only added to my frustration. But instead of allowing my current circumstances to dictate my future, I chose to focus on my desired outcomes. I knew that if I could successfully plant these ideas in my mind, they would have to manifest. Every day, I looked at my goal list and visualized my life according to that list. I imagined what it would feel like to achieve each goal, allowing myself to experience the joy and satisfaction of success in my mind. This mental rehearsal made my goals feel within reach and motivated me to take consistent action toward them. The more I visualized and affirmed my goals, the more my mindset began to shift. As my mindset changed, so did my external reality. I started to notice opportunities that I had previously overlooked. People who could help me achieve my goals began to enter my life, and I found myself in situations that aligned with my desires. This wasn't a coincidence. It was the result of aligning my thoughts, emotions, and actions with my goals. The law of attraction states that like attracts like, and by focusing on positive outcomes, I attracted positive experiences. This process wasn't always easy. There were times when doubt and negativity tried to creep in, but I remained steadfast in my commitment to think positively and focus on my goals. I treated my mind like a garden, constantly weeding out negative thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. This discipline paid off, and over time, my life began to transform. In conclusion, the words, "You become what you think about," hold the key to unlocking your potential and creating the life you desire. By planting positive thoughts in your mind, nurturing them with visualization and affirmations, and taking consistent action, you can manifest your goals and transform your reality. This principle worked for me, and it can work for you too. Embrace the power of your thoughts and watch as your life changes in ways you never thought possible. Here is the actual list of my goals, and here are the things I manifested. Some of these goals took 2 months to manifest, while others took 2 years. See, one thing that we have to remember is that things manifest in divine timing. There are different seasons and cycles to life. There is a season for sowing, and there is also a season for reaping. You can't rush the process. What I discovered was that the process actually helps you to develop the skills that will manifest your future goals. You actually evolve as a person while going through the process. You're pushed to do things that you never thought you could do. Once your goals get embedded into your subconscious mind, you feel almost compelled to take action. Thoughts always precede action, and no goal is ever manifested without action. In setting out my goals, I realized that each objective had its own timeline. Some of my aspirations came to fruition relatively quickly, within a matter of months. These were the goals that perhaps required less groundwork or fewer steps to achieve. However, other goals took much longer, spanning over a couple of years. This disparity in manifestation times taught me an invaluable lesson about patience and divine timing. Everything has its own season and cycle, much like the natural world. Just as a farmer must wait for the right season to plant and harvest crops, we too must recognize that our goals will come to fruition in their own time. Rushing the process can often lead to frustration and disappointment. Instead, embracing the journey allows us to grow and develop in ways that prepare us for the successful realization of our goals. The journey itself is transformative, pushing us to acquire new skills, adopt new perspectives, and build resilience. It is through this process that we evolve into the kind of person who is capable of achieving the goals we have set. The experiences and challenges we face along the way are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. During this journey, the goals we set embed themselves into our subconscious mind. This subconscious embedding is powerful because it creates an almost compulsive drive to take action. When our thoughts are deeply rooted in our subconscious, they naturally influence our behavior and decisions. We start to take steps, often without conscious effort, that align with our goals. This is why thoughts always precede action. No goal is ever realized without taking deliberate steps towards it, and these steps are driven by the thoughts and intentions planted in our minds. However, just like a garden, our minds need regular maintenance. Weeds, which represent negative thoughts, fear, doubt, and negativity, tend to sprout up from time to time. Unlike the seeds of our goals, which require intentional planting and nurturing, weeds seem to grow on their own. This is largely due to the environment we live in, which is saturated with drama, negativity, and pessimism. These negative vibrations can easily infiltrate our minds if we are not vigilant. Therefore, it is crucial to tend to your mental garden every day. This means actively identifying and removing negative thoughts as soon as they appear. Plucking these weeds involves acknowledging them, understanding where they come from, and then replacing them with positive, constructive thoughts. It's a daily practice that requires commitment and mindfulness. A successful gardener doesn't ignore the weeds. They confront them and remove them by the root to ensure they don't return. Cultivating your mind for success involves planting and nurturing seeds of positivity and possibility. Focus on thoughts of success, happiness, prosperity, kindness, forgiveness, love, opulence, understanding, gratitude, and abundance. These are the seeds that will grow into the reality you desire. As you consistently tend to your mental garden, you will begin to see these positive attributes manifest in your life. The practice of mind gardening is not a one-time task, but an ongoing commitment. Every day presents new challenges and opportunities to reinforce positive thinking and weed out negativity. By dedicating time each morning to this practice, you set the tone for your day and ensure that you are operating from a place of intention and positivity. Over time, this practice will become second nature, and the positive seeds you plant will grow into a bountiful harvest. In conclusion, the journey to manifesting your goals is as important as the goals themselves. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to personal growth. By understanding the natural cycles of sowing and reaping, and by diligently tending to your mental garden, you can create the conditions necessary for your goals to flourish. Remember, you become what you think about, and by cultivating positive, goal-oriented thoughts, you can transform your reality. Embrace the process, trust in divine timing, and watch as your dreams become your reality. Life is a constant cycle of reaping and sowing. The principle is simple. What you give, you receive. The energy you emit is the energy that returns to you. If you treat others with kindness and respect, you will eventually receive the same in return. Conversely, negativity and ill treatment of others will also come back to you. Florence Scovel Shinn aptly described this phenomenon by saying, "The game of life is the game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy." Understanding and mastering this fundamental law can lead to happiness and fulfillment in all areas of your life. The key is to recognize that your thoughts are like seeds, and your mind is the fertile ground in which they are planted. The mind is indifferent to what you plant. It will nurture and grow whatever seeds you sow. This means that you have the power to shape your reality by carefully choosing the thoughts you cultivate. You can choose to plant seeds of positivity, wealth, and happiness, or you can plant seeds of negativity, poverty, and misery. The outcome depends entirely on what you decide to focus on and nurture. Just as a garden will produce fruits and vegetables if you plant and care for them, your mind will yield positive results if you plant and cultivate positive thoughts. Conversely, neglecting your mental garden will allow weeds, negative thoughts and attitudes to take over, leading to undesirable outcomes. To harness the power of this law, you must be deliberate about the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Practice mindfulness and be aware of your mental patterns. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, make a conscious effort to replace them with positive, constructive ones. This daily practice of mental gardening is crucial for creating the life you desire. Additionally, remember that your actions and words are extensions of your thoughts. By aligning your behavior with the positive seeds you plant in your mind, you reinforce those thoughts and create a harmonious cycle of positivity and success. This alignment between thoughts, words, and actions amplifies the power of the law of reaping and sowing. In summary, life operates on the principle of reaping what you sow. Your thoughts are powerful seeds that, when planted in the fertile soil of your mind, will grow into the reality you experience. By consciously choosing to plant and nurture positive thoughts, you can create a life filled with happiness, prosperity, and fulfillment. Remember, the choice is always yours, and you are constantly shaping your reality with every thought you think.